The city of Colombo is an ever-expanding and developing metropolis. Small and even gargantuan development projects have enveloped the landscape, transforming this once laid-back city into a thriving and busy megapolis. However, the tourist has many an option to experience the multicultural nature of its people while encountering the heritage the city of Colombo has to offer. The Galle Face Green, or Esplanade, is an open area in the heart of the city. The beachfront promenade is a popular area for morning walks and runs by fitness buffs. However, the area really comes alive towards evening with stalls selling street food and vendors filling the area along with thronging crowds. Being one of the largest open-air spaces, it's a popular venue to host a variety of events from triathlons to musical shows, large gatherings and even the annual Kite Festival. Surrounded by five-star hotels, this is a great location to start your experience of Colombo and Sri Lanka. The Colombo Fort is a lovely location to observe several buildings and architecture of a colonial heritage. The clock tower at Chatham Street is the only place in the world where there is a lighthouse in the middle of a street. The old Parliament building and several structures are now used by corporates and have colonial architecture with distinctive Corinthian colonnades. The fort is also one of the most important business areas in the island and has the Colombo Port located in an area just adjoining. This port has its history going back hundreds of years. Today, it is a modern deep-water harbour which has 4 terminals, with most freight and shipping going through Sri Lanka being handled here. You can end your fort area visit by going to the Dutch Hospital shopping precinct. This heritage building has been completely renovated into a shopping, dining and lifestyle location. Your gateway to Pettah is the distinctive Khan Clock Tower, located just in front of one of the port gates. The Pettah is one of the busiest shopping and wholesale market areas. While it is a busy hubbub of activity and crowds, you could be guaranteed to find virtually anything at rock-bottom prices. The wholesale consumer markets are located here, and it's not uncommon to see porters physically hauling goods by handcart. There are several sights not to be missed. The first is the distinctive red and white mosque on the main street, while another is the old town hall building at Gasworks Junction. Though this is Pettah, the Fort railway station is located just south of all the shopping and trading areas. Finally, the Pettah floating market is just below the Manning Market, a vegetable wholesale point. This market has around 100 shops selling everything from local produce to electronics. Some of the shops are built on floating structures into the Beira Lake. The Gangaramaya Temple is one of Colombo's oldest temples and is located just opposite the calm waters of the Beira Lake. Today, the temple has expanded its horizons to be a centre of learning for young adults, a cultural centre and a place of worship. The trove of memorabilia and gifts from around the world are displayed in the museum, while the relic chamber has sacred objects gifted from temples worldwide. The Vihara, or the image house, has a quiet grandeur for pilgrims and devotees to worship. The Botri, the Stupa and Vihara are an important triad within the temple premises. There is a time in the month of February where the temple hosts the Gangaramaya Navam Perahara, a colourful and important pageant where one can observe caparisoned elephants, drummers and traditional dance routines. The Sima Malakaya is a temple which is part of the Gangaramaya temple and is located on the Bere Lake. The temple is an area of relaxation and meditation rather than worship. This structure was renovated and reconstructed in 1976. This magnificent structure was built on the instructions and direction of the Prime Minister of the time, the Right Honourable D.S. Senanayake. It was built as a remembrance of Sri Lanka regaining sovereignty from British rule. However, the construction of the building actually commenced a year after Sri Lanka gained independence. This magnificent edifice was styled on the basis of the Mughal Madua, the Royal Audience Hall, a building in which the last Kandyan chieftains handed over power to the British. Below the street level, in the basement of this complex, is housed a memorial museum. This often missed facet houses exhibits showcasing Ceylon's colonial history and its struggle towards gaining independence. There are also several displays of ancient literature and art from previous eras. The building is currently under the purview of the Cultural Ministry and care entrusted to the UDA, the Urban Development Authority. Colombo is a popular shopping destination for many tourists. The unique and spacious malls cater for all types of budgets. One of Sri Lanka's major export earnings comes through producing branded clothing for major fashion labels. So, without a doubt, the variety of clothing on offer, both in terms of locally produced items as well as imports from the Far East, is a huge attraction for shoppers. There are small to very large malls, along with some creatively conceptualized department stores offering local beauty products to handicrafts, clothes, toys, and everything in between. The Viharamahadevi Park is nestled in the heart of Colombo 7. The verdant tree-lined roads of Colombo 7 all ensconce the park, which is a sought-after recreational area. The main entrance is directly opposite an imposing monument, the Colombo Town Hall. To the public in Colombo and visitors, this is a treasured expanse of large shade trees, lawns and fountains. The walking paths for families and individuals meander through the green lawns and past large, lush and verdant trees. The north side of the park has been set aside for children and to be used as a play area. This space sees hundreds thronging to enjoy the rides or just soak in the atmosphere. There is also a newer cycling track going around the periphery of the park with the facilities for one to rent cycles. This popular track is used by many as a way to exercise and avoid the city traffic. The area is a popular getaway for the young couples who are able to spend some time on a park bench or lawn. Especially in the evenings and weekends, young and old all converge to this green haven located in the heart of the city. This impressive building is at the heart of Colombo. Also known as the Sri Lanka National Museum, it's adjoining the Viharamahadevi Park. The museum is broadly organised and classified into the different periods, including the rule of Ceylon by foreign nations. The ground floor is arranged in a chronological sequence of events, while the upper floor has some thematic-related items, such as exhibits highlighting different crafts and agriculture. Of the significant artefacts, regalia and collections available for viewing, the notable one is the throne of the last King of Kandy. The Parliament building sits upon a man-made island on the waters of the Viharamahadevi Park. This beautiful building was the brainchild of the renowned architect of the 20th century, Geoffrey Bawa. The surrounding areas are beautifully manicured with lawns and walking paths. The Viharamahadevi Park is also home to several species of birds who use the little islands and trees for nesting. The Sri Lankan Navy has evening boat rides which give you a closer look at this structure from the waters. Just adjacent to this, you can also take a look at the monument, built to honour fallen war heroes of the country's 33-year-long civil war. If a gastronomically inclined route is your preference, Colombo has a huge variety, from fine dining restaurants to vegetarian fare, fast food and more. There are watering holes and restaurants serving up a dizzying range, both aesthetically pleasing and meant to satisfy one's Epicurean taste buds. However, to savour the local delicacies, you can start by getting your hands dirty with local street food. There are some must-try dishes like the kottu roti, an indescribable mashup of ingredients, or the inherited Dutch fare of the lampreis, a delectable mix of rice and sumptuous curries which are not spicy. Hoppers and string hoppers too are a unique local food which can be had plain or with egg. While these are a mix of sensations to one's palate, the traditional fare of rice and curry is a definite hit and must be sampled. A variety of tastes and sensations abound, but you might want to top it off with some sampling of traditional sweets and savouries of the land. To list the sights of Colombo in just 10 sections might seem superficial. There is much more to be seen and experienced. The multicultural and diverse population of this metropolis is also responsible for the creation of different types of artistic expression. From watching an orchestra perform a symphony to artists using the street as their gallery, there is much to be seen. Music performances in small cafes to large venue extravagant concerts are quite frequent. The music genres encompass traditional to Western-influenced shows. There are also a number of art galleries and art fairs catering to a wide cross-section of tastes. Finally, an evening absorbing the vibrant and creative theatre scene might be just what you need to round off the experience of a city which is on the move day or night.